Manchester United is hosting Brighton at Old Trafford. Two games hosted consecutively at the Theatre of Dreams, which goes by names of Old Trafford, and that is Manchester United in there for you. Smash the like button, comment and share. And if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. This is the Manchester United match insight in there against the side which goes but the names of Brighton Albion in there for you. Remember, United needs this game like no other, and they have really to come in through and prove to themselves that they are really ready to come in and do the needful in there for you. When you look at our side of the pitch, on the left-hand side in there, you are really looking at what we call the predicted Manchester United 11, and we think that's how United is going to stand. That's not how. If at all I were a manager of Manchester United, I would have laid United to stand in there because their players, I feel like, deserve to be benched in there, and they don't deserve to be in the starting lineup of a team which goes by the names of Manchester United because of their poor form and poor performances in there. But because of Ragnick and what he believes in, I've really picked up this team according to a man who goes by the names of Ralph Ragnick, and that's how I really feel like United is going to stand against a side which goes by the names of Brighton. Welcome to Manchester United Matters channel. How are you guys, and where are you watching us from? This is the Manchester United Matters channel. I go by the names of RD. Smash the like button, comment and share, and if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that with Uganda, power always goes off. That's the country that we're living in Kampala, Uganda. But all in all, we keep on going. We keep everything going in here onto the Manchester United Matters channel. We are sorry for that because we are really in countries that really don't respect rights of people, especially people. Most of the people who view this channel are coming from the United Kingdom. When did you last see power chucking? When did you last see power really chucking from that side? I don't think you guys really even remember when you last saw power really chucking off in there. But here in Kampala, Uganda, it's an order of the day. Those are things you're used to do, something that it's not really good to come in and really talk about it in here. But all in all, it's Freddie Antell is returning, and Brighton versus Manchester United. It's a full match insight in there. We are really going to break down. We are really going to give you the head-to-head why United needs this game badly in there for you. But let me first do a breakdown of points in there for you. United is coming to this game when they've drawn. They've lost 6 points. 6 points from leading positions. The first game they lost. No, there are 3 games because that one of Newcastle, United just equalized. And then it all started in the game of Aston Villa when United really scored 2 goals by half-time, all by Bruno Fernandes. And United conceded more 2 goals from a side which goes by Aston Villa, and that game ended 2-2. And United dropped 2 points. Then later after that game, United played Burnley into the lead, played the first half very well, and then they really got the pedal off the foot into the second half, and they really got an equalizer in there from Rodriguez, a very stupid mistake made by Harry Maguire. On the weekend, when United was playing Southampton, they really got an early lead in the 13th minute, Jadon Sancho in there, and guess what? They couldn't defend until when Che Adams equalized into the 48th minute of the game in there. So it shows you that United is a team that plays on the first half. That's what Ragnick has really come out and said, that the players, when it comes to the second half, they don't really go by my instructions because they are not used to this pressing. And Ralph Hansard, the manager of Southampton, came out and said that the problem United is facing is simple. They have taken long. They've just started playing that pressing game in there. So it requires you to have played this game of football for a very long time to come in and start to really get results out of it. That's what Hansard came out and said. And he said that does not blame the players. That's why they only play the first half. And in the first half they press you like no other. And in the second half they can't really, they don't have the legs and the hearts to come out and really chase you as they used to press you in the first half. That is evident. Look at United, how they play the first half. They played very well. They played the first half very well. But mind you, when they really go ahead and concede a goal, oh my God, you won't really come out and like it. They really look bad. They look bad, especially in the second half. Our second half is not interesting at all. We created chances, like in the second half, United got close to 3 or 4 shots on target. I remember that of Ronaldo. There is that of Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire had 2 shots, by the way, in the second half. I remember that of Diego Dello. Who else? 4 shots on target, and all of those 4 shots on targets could have gone into goal if at all it was United. And I really feel like David De Gea came out and said, maybe someone is cursing United, because it looks like we are just a slim of a luck away from winning all of these games. Look at that game of Aston Villa, getting up by 2-0, and we concede. That was really referred to the manager, who goes by names of Ralf Rangnick. He left. He really took long to make those substitutions, and I really feel like he would have done better into that game. Then in the game of Burnley, same thing. We got very many chances. We failed to utilize them in the first half. And guess what happens after? They come up and equalize United again. So I really feel like we have lots of things to do as Manchester United. As De Gea came on and said, someone is cursing us, but I think our preparation is not way up there, because even Ralf Rangnick has really come out and said that we are really going to review what United should be after the end of the season, because they need to make a realistic evaluation of the season and where they want United to be. And I really feel like if they really listen to, however much as a consultant, if at all they really give that ear to Ralf Rangnick, because he's a master at this, let him recommend the manager that United deserves, and the board agrees. After the board agreeing to the manager that Ralf Rangnick has really come out and recommended, then the rest will be history. United will be really on the very good rebuild in there for you, something that has been here for not even a month in there. You see, Rangnick has been here ever since December, like 3 months in there, but he is really changing lots of things at Manchester United. You look at the way we play, we are really playing very well, but we have failed to shift that 45 minutes into 90 minutes. That's the problem United is facing. The day United plays the 45 minutes as a full 90 minutes, we won't be the same team again. We won't concede goals. We won't lose games, because in the first half especially, United creates like 7 chances. You remember Ronaldo in the game of Southampton? He was passed through, released very well. After being released, he really put off the keeper and really thought that no defender was running to meet the ball, and really hit a very, 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 very slow ball, and it was cleared off the line by the defender. That would have been a very clear goal. Jadon Sancho, before he scored a goal, he really had 2 brilliant chances in there for you, and he would have gotten United to the goal in there. I really feel like Marcus Rashford also would have got a chance. So in the first 15 minutes or 20 minutes, United had very many shots on target, but they couldn't convert them until Jadon Sancho came in through, and Rashford gave him that ball, and Sancho really laid that ball into the back of it. So I really feel like United is really having a very hard time. I can really come out and tell you, because playing a team like Brighton right about now, it's not an easy team, because Brighton can, on a good day, he can come and get a result, and United needs really to come in through and do the needful. As you look at that lineup in there, we expect David De Gea to start in goal, Diego Dello right fullback, Rafael Varane and Harry Maguire, though I don't agree with Harry Maguire to beat this team. They'll play to the central defense. Luke Shaw playing on the left back. Paul Pogba, one of the best players of Manchester United right now, playing very well. And that shows you how much he was really being rushed back by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. We look at Rangnick, he never even told him that he should hurry back, because when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was here, he told us that Paul Pogba was to return in December. And when Rangnick came in, he told us that no, Paul Pogba still has some other 5-6 weeks to return. And even when he reached an extent, we expected him to return around the first week of January. He came out and said, no, don't expect him to be back. Paul Pogba is going to be back 5 weeks from now. So when you look at how Pogba is playing, I don't remember him playing like this for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because he's playing with freedom. He is making the right passes. He is really doing a very good job for Manchester United, and he's feeling loved. That's why a story leaked out of Manchester United indicating that the only way Pogba is going to put pen to paper at Manchester United is when Ralf Rangnick remains as the manager of Manchester United. You get? I think Pogba is feeling some bit of relief at Manchester United when this man really came in through, who goes by names of Ralf Rangnick, because Ralf Rangnick is giving him a lot that he never expected to get from any other manager at Manchester United. And I think he is enjoying himself at Manchester United for the very first time, because he's playing for a manager who is talking tactics, who is a coach, who tells him, oh, Pogba, you have to do like this. And Pogba feels like this is the man who has been always lacking to really improve his career to being one of the best players in the world. Because to me, I really like Pogba fits in any Premier League team. Any day, anywhere, Pogba fits in any Premier League team. To me, that's what I really feel like. So Pogba in the midfield alongside Scott McTominay in there. And Bruno Fernandes playing as a central attacking midfielder in there, with Jadon Sancho playing off the right attacking side, exchanging with Rashford from the left in there. We expect that exchange to happen in there. Then Ronaldo Cristiano is expected to lead the line, reason being Edson Cavani is injured and not yet back in there. So that's how United is expected to start the game of a team which goes by the names of Brighton at Old Trafford. And this is supposed to be a must win for Manchester United, because we have played 2 more games than Arsenal and we are just a point ahead of Arsenal. That means let's make them 3 games and at least 4 points ahead of us. Let's make it hard for them to find us, because you know Arsenal is going to play Chelsea in there, and they have a game in hand with Tottenham Hotspur. All those 2 games are tricky, and you don't expect them to get a maximum of 6 points in there, because Tottenham Hotspur is really going to be a very big derby for a side which goes by names of Arsenal, and they really need to prove themselves in there. When you look at Brighton, it's really a very good team that comes in at Old Trafford. The likes of Yefis Besuma, is it Apanku in there? He's really a very good player in there. And Maupay, you know Maupay in there very well. He's really a very good player. I really want to look at the fixture, how they really stood in their previous game that they played. They played on Saturday against Watford and they won it by 2-0 in there. And their lineup was as follows. They had Sanchez in goal. They played with a 3-1-4-2 system in there. They had Webster, they had Dunk, they had Valtaman. That is the back 3. They had Lalana in there. They had Mouba, Kwabela, Lampate, Probe, Welbeck, and Maupay. That's how the lineup of these people really came in through. But they had Yefis Besuma, who really came on. They had Alex Mali-Alster, who really came on. They had Moses Caicedo. Remember, that one was very much linked to Manchester United. So they really look a very threatening side in there. I don't think they're really going to come up with such a system, because in such a system they're really having close to 6 defenders and they're coming at Old Trafford. So we wait and see what they're really going to come up and do at Old Trafford in there. Smash the like button, comment and share, and if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. We go to the head-to-head between Manchester United and Brighton. 6 wins for Manchester United, 2 wins for Brighton. 16 goals for Manchester United, 9 goals for Brighton, and 2 clean sheets kept by Manchester United, 1 clean sheet kept by a team which goes by the names of Brighton. Out of the 8 games played between Manchester United and Brighton, United have an edge in there of winning 6 games, and Brighton have only won 2 games in there. United has scored 16 goals and Brighton has scored 7, a difference of 7 goals in there. So it shows you how much United is really on an edge. United, they really have an edge of beating Brighton in there. But I look at United with the return of Freddie and Alex Telles really being one of those inspirations and that big core that you would expect Rangnick to benefit in. Because in the game of Southampton, I really feel like it had reached a time, taking off Scott McTominay, the best player to bring on would have been Freddie, because Freddie would have added another intensity in there with Paul Pogba in that midfield. And Freddie, going forward, I think is better than Scott McTominay, because his control of the ball and passing is better than that of Scott McTominay. One of the things that Scott McTominay has better than Freddie is the height you get and the work rate. So no work rate. I think McTominay, Freddie has a better work rate than McTominay. McTominay only has that physical presence, you get, but I think the ball ability, the passing technique, I really feel like Fred is a better player, especially when you're looking for goals. So I really feel like we're really going to add on our options especially onto the bench, because Elanga, Lingard, not all that game changers. And if at all our Ragnick in the game of Southampton, I wouldn't even have started Scott. I wouldn't have even started Rashford, because you start Rashford into this game, then you are done. You have no prolific player onto the bench. Start with Elanga. Elanga plays some 50 minutes, then bring on Rashford, because with his pace, these players are already tired and he can really cost them. He can really burst into space, then they cannot really track him. So I really feel like Ragnick should think about it. Rashford needs to get back onto the bench, because we need to be having another option. If you don't put Rashford onto the bench, then that means Sancho should be on the bench, because we need to be having a player who is going to come from the bench and give us a spark. And when you look at the only players we have that can give us a spark, is Cavani, who is injured, he's away. Freddy is back, yes, Freddy can give us a spark. Sancho and Rashford. So that means on either Sancho or Rashford, one should be on the bench, because Elanga looks like he plays better when he starts onto the pitch, and each and every time he has been brought on to change the game or give us a spark into the 70th minute in there. He has failed to do that, so that means you need to put on Elanga onto the pitch first, then you get another player who goes by the names of Rashford, because we need a spark always, because United looks like, even the other game of West Ham that he won at Manchester United at Old Trafford, you remember, he brought on Anton Martial, he brought on Anton Martial, he brought on Edson Cavani, and Rashford. 3 attackers, and all of those 3 attackers were involved into that goal that United scored. And you look at their quality, we no longer have such a quality at Manchester United on the bench. Danny Van Beek is away, Amad Diallo is away, Danny Van Beek is away, Anton Martial is away. So you don't have a quality bench for you in there that really calls for you to go in and suffer in such games in there for you, because I really feel like United needs a very big backup from the bench in there. So I don't know what you guys think about it, but that is my predicted lineup and my preview. I really feel like United really has a very big edge to go ahead and win this, because I think this is the time, this is the game United is going to show us that is ready to compete for the top 4 or really drop out of the race, because these are teams we've been playing that are known Man City, they are known Liverpool, they are known Arsenal, they are known Chelsea, they are known Hotspur, and we are losing to them. Are we going to go ahead and really get 3 points against Liverpool? Are we going to go and get 3 points against a team which goes by the names of Chelsea? Because we are only hosting Chelsea and Spurs at Manchester United at Old Trafford. The other teams, we are playing away at Arsenal, we are playing away at Liverpool, we are playing away at a team which goes by the name of Man City. And we look at Man City and a team which goes by the name of Liverpool. United needs to have a lot of discipline in there, because when you look at what is happening at United, all of those teams, they're into the title race. 2 teams are really chasing one another, and if at all United doesn't really come up and give up its best, then we are out, because I really count a game of Liverpool and Man City out. I don't even count those points. So I really feel like we've already lost 2 games. What can United do to those games? Can they really go and save a draw or and play for a draw? You get? So that is something that I really ask myself. What are we really going to do? Because us coming in through and not being to a level of winning games like Southampton, Aston Villa, Burnley, Wolverhampton Wanderers, are really going to cost us a season. And I really feel like it's really going to be hard for us to get back to the winning ways, because it really requires you to go ahead and beat these teams, such that when you reach teams like Man City and you look your rivals like Arsenal, Tottenham, Man City, Liverpool, then you are at a level of really coming out and saying, oh, I beat them, so I've already collected my points. That's the problem United is facing. And I really feel like we have to get a solution to this. And the solution to this is going ahead and winning against a side which goes by the names of Brighton, such that you go 4 points clear ahead of Arsenal. However much they have 3 points to play. 3 games to play, and if at all they win all of them, they'll be 9. They'll have secured 9 points. That means they'll be 5 points ahead of Manchester United. But you ask yourself, will Arsenal beat Chelsea? Will Arsenal beat Tottenham Hotspur? Those are the 2 games that Arsenal have in hand in there. And I've seen another one of Liverpool in there. So United really has an edge to get to the level of really creating a very big space in between them and Arsenal. And if that does not happen now, in these games that United is playing now, you won't expect this anywhere to happen, because a lot of big fixtures are really coming in, and they're really going to be hard for a team which goes by the names of Manchester United. Because when you look at the fixtures of Manchester United, they are really, really, really threatening. When you look at, I just want Manchester United, just want to look at the fixtures of Manchester United. When you look at the Manchester United fixture, after Brighton, United is playing Leeds. You get Leeds, Watford. So if United can get maximum points, they can beat Brighton, they can beat Leeds, they can beat Watford. So that means they would have collected 9 points in there. And guess what? Their next game will be against a team which goes by the names of Man City in there, and Tottenham Hotspur. So in their next 5 games, United, if at all they can win 4, even if we lose to Man City and we beat Brighton, Leeds, Watford, and Tottenham Hotspur, that will be a very good horse, because that means you'll have beaten Spurs and you would have really gone 3 points ahead of them in there. Then after, United will play Liverpool. You get, they'll play Leicester City, Everton, Norwich, and Arsenal. So on the 23rd of April, this is a must-win for Manchester United. They shouldn't allow themselves to lose the side which goes by the names of Arsenal. They should go to Emirates and they really get themselves points in there for you. After that, they'll play Brentford, Brighton, Chelsea, and sum up the season with Crystal Palace. So I really feel like it's going to be a very big chase for Manchester United, and I really believe that United really has an edge and they really have a squad to compete and go for the top 4 positions into the Premier League in there. But all in all, it depends on how these players' minds are really set, because it's the players that are the problem. Because if the manager tells you that in the second half, let's still play as we played into the first half, and you don't really come out and show us that you are playing in the same way, that means you are really betraying the manager. You are really undermining the manager, and that's the problem United is facing. These players are undermining the manager. They're undermining him. You get? And I really feel like it's not the time to come in through and really talk about this in here, because all in all, we are really summing up this video in here. But my prediction, 3-0 for Manchester United. I really feel like we are really going to come more clinical this time around. I go by the names of already. Smash the like button, comment, and share. I'll sign out for now. See you later.